At Newberry Motors, you're just down the road from high prices. Newberry Motors on M123 in Newberry is the region's premier GM dealership. Cars, trucks, SUVs, Newberry Motors has the perfect vehicle for you at the perfect price. Newberry Motors proudly supports youth in our communities and sends good luck to the area athletic teams this year. Remember, if it doesn't say Newberry Motors on the back, you pay too much up front. To see their vehicle lineup, visit NewberryMotors.com. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here inside the Pickford High School Gymnasium. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along. It is M123 FM and the E.U.P. Sports Network. A boys varsity basketball matchup tonight as the Newberry Indians take on the Pickford Panthers. It's a matchup of the two top teams in the E.U.P. Conference. Pickford has clinched the league championship for a second straight year. They are undefeated, ranked number 3 in the state of Michigan, number 3 in the UP poll. Newberry at 10-5. It's been kind of a roller coaster ride for Coach Nate Bolton and company, but they have been playing better basketball as of late, and they look to pull off the big win here on the road at the Pickford High School Gymnasium. We are going to step aside, come back with starting lineups, and tip off in tonight's contest. Boys high school basketball action with M123 FM and the E.U.P. Sports Network.
Recent studies credit massage therapy with easing chronic pain, symptoms of fibromyalgia, and stress and muscle tension. It's just part of why Helen Newberry Joy's massage therapist Polly Holmes loves her work.
I just feel so happy that I could help. And people that really think they're stuck with this pain the rest of their life and then they get some relief from it, really makes it all worth it to improve someone's health and well-being and ease their pain.
Polly says a regular regimen of massage therapy can make a huge difference.
The massage needs to be applied monthly to really work. More often the better, especially in the beginning. You have probably a lot of things to work out, and you just need to give it a little extra in the beginning, I would say, and then you can back off and just come in once a month for a while. The sooner you start, the better.
Call 293-9231 to schedule with Holly in the Rehabilitation Services Department or book online at vagaro.com. Helen Newberry Joy. Your health, our passion.
Attention veterans and their families. The Luce County Veterans Services Office is here to support you with a wide range of services. We assist with VA healthcare eligibility, compensation claims, counseling services, benefit coverage, state and county emergency relief funds, and more. Contact your Luce County Veterans Services Officer, Rick Menard, at 906-293-4890. The Luce County Veterans Services Office, proudly supporting our community's veterans.
Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry is proud to support the communities we call home and the athletes who inspire us. As Michigan's only manufacturer of LP SmartSide siding and trim, we know the value of teamwork, dedication, and doing the job right. From the first whistle to the final buzzer, we're cheering for every local team, on the field, in the gym, and on the court. Louisiana Pacific Corporation in Newberry, now wishing all our area athletes the very best this season.
All right, we are back inside the Pickford High School Gymnasium, getting ready for tonight's boys varsity contest. Pickford undefeated. They have been rolling through this season. Expected to make a deep tournament run. Newberry is to be the top seed in their district. The two teams would possibly see each other in a regional round of the MHSA tournament. They met once earlier this year, obviously Pickford with the win, but Newberry led that game early and through the first half before fading late in the third, and then Pickford pulled away 63-48 in the fourth quarter. Two players to watch tonight, the two latest members of the 1,000-point club among E.U.P. players. Gunnar Benning got his on the big stage down in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena on Pickford's win over Brimley. As part of that series, those are the two E.U.P. teams to play down there. this year. And, of course, Keegan Martin, behind a 27-point performance, got his 1,000th career point in the final seconds of Newberry's win over Manistee late last week. Mentioned it's the two top teams in the EUP Conference. Taking a look at the standings coming in, Pickford 18-0. They're 10-0 in conference play. Newberry and Cedarville Detour battling for that second spot. Indians 10-5 overall, 6-4 in league play. The Islanders sitting at 6-3. Newberry in the Road Blacks tonight. It'll be Keegan Martin, Xander Stilson, Owen Yaden, Logan Teal, and the sophomore Quentin Magnuson, who led the Newberry JVs to another win. They're now 14-2 on the season. Opening tip is up and batted ahead, but deflected back to Martin, and we are underway here in Pickford. Magnuson will have 3 full quarters to play with the varsity tonight. He played the first half in that JV win. Open look, 3 is short for the Panthers. They kick it back out. Mighty Matt Collins. They backed off, dared him to shoot it, and he makes them pay. Money Mac for 3. And the Panthers go into a half court 1-3-1. Now they change it up. There you go. They're going to rotate and cover lanes. One of the very best under head coach Tracy Peterson. Newberry expecting that. Has brought in Magnuson as an extra ball handler. Stilson as well. That'll be a small lineup. Shot no good. Rebound to Bennon. He will outlet it. Bennon had a severe injury. Suffered late in the fall. Missed some time. But has given this Panthers team a spark in his return. And on the entry pass, a foul on Owen Yaden for the Indians. Deep, talented Pickford squad. Only 4 seniors. They've got a freshman and a handful of sophomores up as well. Free throw here is no good from 21, who is not in the roster. Wondering if that's Ben Lehigh, moved up from the JVs. They do have 24, Carter Years. Open 3, Stilson right in front of the Pickford student section on camo night. Quick the other way to Bennon. Bennon, Years, Collins, Wiltfong, and I'm going to assume that is Lehigh for the Panthers. Drive here, layup good for Bennon, one of the quickest athletes you'll see anywhere, and the Panthers lead it 5-0 in the early going of this boys EUP Conference matchup. Big thank you to Susan Eddington and the team here at Pickford getting us set up today. Runner for Martin on the contact, gets it to go. Panthers quickly push the tempo. They can spread the floor. Their bigs can shoot it. Their guards can play inside. They're very good off of the ball. A fundamentally sound group for the veteran ball coach Tracy Peterson. Off a screen, Bennon triple falls short. Owen Yaden the rebound. Outlet to Martin. Now sitting at 1,002 career points. Guarded by Collins, who has been improving as a defensive stopper. Baseline jumper, no good from Yaden. On the attempt to save it, out of bounds for Magnuson. We'll see a lot of changes with that depth. Here comes one for Pickford. The old 0-0 on the back of Carter Rye, a junior, a talented one. Follow this Pickford football program. That's a name you're going to need to know next year. Probably getting the keys to the kingdom. Lob inside, a spinning tip from Bennon. He's got 4, and it's a 7-2 lead for the Panthers. Newberry has not gotten Teal a touch. It's stolen. Bennon, bounce pass, layup is good. Running the floor, go the Panthers. 3 different scores and a 9-2 start as we hit 5 minutes to go here in the first. Martin, him and Yaden working it back and forth against the top of that zone trapping defense. Ball to the corner and Magnuson. Magnuson trap. That's what the defense is designed to do, and they get the turnover. Here comes Pickford. Again in transition. They scored every time down the floor on the fast break. Bennon with 2 more. All Panthers in the early going. Now they started hot in Newberry. The Indians shot their way back into it and eventually took control. Things got a little heated down the stretch in that ball game. Martin with the left hand. But right back the other way, Pickford. It looks like a track meet. They get a shot up and a foul, and it's free throws coming for the hometown Panthers. And the senior 6-footer, Caden Wiltfong, will head to the line, trying to add to that Pickford lead. Newberry fans, a rescheduling note. Last night's game was St. Ignace, a big one in girls varsity basketball, has been rescheduled for tomorrow. That will be a 4 p.m. varsity start for the Lady Indians, as they will play before the St. Ignace boys tomorrow night. Tough to get a rescheduled date. Should be a good one. And then the rivalry matchup, Lady Indians and Engadine, the Lady Eagles, Thursday night at 6 p.m. Another Newberry turnover. Coach Moulton went back to Craig Whalen. Also went back to Philip Tielka. Both have been regular starters for this team. More new Panthers checking in, a pair of them. Travel on Teal. Jacob Mitchell, a junior. And trying to see who the other one that snuck in on me. It's 11, Mason Andrzejak. Inside, Bennon again. You don't think he's the biggest guy. He certainly is one of the quickest, but he snuck down to that low block and burnt the Indians a couple of times. It's 14-4 Panthers. 3:20 to go here in the first, and Newberry has more turnovers than points in the first few minutes. That one deflected out of bounds. Pickford has put themselves in the premier position among programs in the EUP. Stripped away. Layup is no good. A push from behind by Magnuson. He just tried to break up the free layup, and the fouls and the Panthers to the free throw line. We're up here in the balcony, Pickford High School gym. Glad to have you along. Mentioned Pickford sitting at 18-0, 10-0 in conference play. They have locked up the E.U.P Conference Championship. Rest of the league has been pretty competitive. Even Engadine stealing a win in conference play for the first time since 2019-2020. This is after the Panthers had a powerhouse season last year. This group of boys has done plenty of damage in track. They won the league in baseball last year and reached the regional round. Layup good for Teal. Of course, the football accolades well known. 16-6, 2:25 to go here in the opening quarter. Pickford last year near just as good, 23-3 overall. They were a perfect 12-0 in EUP play and lost by 2 in the state quarterfinals to Crystal Falls Forest Park. Little back and forth action. Collins, his second triple. 1:50 to go in the first. 19 already on the board for the Panthers. They lead at 19-6. Crystal Falls and Pickford could be on a crash course again this year. 1:30 to go as Martin blocks the layup out of bounds. The Indians have had the effort. The Panthers have been just too quick at both ends of the floor. Active defensively, that trap, and then the deflections forcing turnovers. And they have got a ton of team speed. They'll go back to the block and Collins. Little head fake, shimmy, kick back out to Bennon. They're so tough to defend because, as we said, their guards can attack the basket. Collins is showing they can shoot it. Their big guys can run the floor. Drive here, Martin. Kick to the corner, and Magnuson. He'll drive in, tripped up. Was trying to avoid the travel, just flips it up to the rim. It's another turnover. Entry down low, now a bounce. Bennon, high glass layup, no good. Nice defensive effort by Newberry. Pass ahead to Whalen, knocked away out of bounds. He wants a foul. Collins came right across the top. And subs all around. Wilt Fong in the ears for the Panthers. Stilson and Yaden back in for Newberry. 37.2 to go. And Tracy Peterson has his Panthers ready to play here at home tonight. Parents' night. Layup. Whalen can't get it to go. Rebound and run for the Panthers. Years backs it out. Right wing triple, unguarded on the reverse. That was Mitchell. They've had 6 or 7 different guys score. Now Mitchell the steal ahead to Wiltfong. 8 seconds to go. It's a 24-6 lead for the Panthers. Whalen wide open. No. Buzzer beater. No. And the Indians can't catch a break. And a tough first quarter. It's the Pickford Panthers 24. The Newberry Indians 6 with M123 FM and the E.U.P. Sports Network.
High-speed fiber internet is here. Say hello to Highline Internet. With lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, Highline keeps you connected to what matters most. Whether it's streaming TV, gaming, or working from home. No contracts or hidden fees here. Our blazing fast internet gives you the ultimate experience with no more buffering or lag. Plus, our friendly local support team is always here to help. Upgrade your internet today with Highline Internet and experience the difference. Visit highlinefast.com to get
It is camo night here in Pickford, and they are liking what they see. Panthers 24-6 at the end of the first. Dan Hardenbrook, glad to have you along with M123 FM and the E.U.P. Sports Network. Steve Stifler producing our feed from home base tonight. Panthers start with the basketball, get a great look off the screen. Shot no good. Give Martin credit. He's played hard at both ends. Whalen, turnover. Indians. Numbers the other way. Deflected. Comes back to Years. He has the dribble. He'll reset. Newberry, wide open three. They are not covering the perimeter. 4th triple of the ball game for Pickford, who leads at 27-6. Teal, only his second touch. Whalen got away with the walk. Falling over. Deflected. No over and back. Man, this is Pickford. They're good, but this is another level tonight. Open three. Shot no good. Teal the rebound. They tried to come in. They're just flying all over. It's like walking into a buzzsaw. Martin will look. Indians clear out the zone. He's going to take it. Triple teamed. Back to Tielka. Teal, left wing. Triple is good. Logan Teal for three. 27-9. Indians trailing. trying to battle. Left wing, wide open again. There's that baseline cut. They hit Bennett on it. He just goes up in midair and tips it home. And a turnover for the Indians. Caden Hamilton in for Craig Whalen. Craig about smashes Caden's hand, high-fiving him coming off. 29-9 with 6:13 to go here in the second. Collins faked out his own man. Little shot fake trying to freeze the defense for that lob to Bennon. No luck there. 29-9, 6 minutes to go. Teal's pass tipped. Martin secures to Tielka. Skip pass. Teal, same spot he just hit one. That's 2 in a row for Logan Teal. But the Indians don't get back. Years with the answer. Pickford is on fire on the home floor. 32-12, even when the Indians make a play. The Panthers have an answer. Shot fake drive, pull-up jumper, no. Rebound, Wiltfong. He gets it up to Collins. Collins to Bennon, 1,000 miles an hour. Layup good to Years. Can't teach speed. He has a ton of it. Now Teal, ball fake, tipped. Collins the steal. A pass ahead to Bennon. Layup good. Bennon not settling for 1,000. He is racking it up, and Nate Moulton and the Indians need a timeout. It's 36-12. We'll step aside with them 123 FM and the E.U.P. Sports Network.
When it's time to head to the great outdoors, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has you covered. As your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer, they're your one-stop shop from the water to the snow trails. Whether it's sales, service, rentals, or accessories, they've got everything you need to make your next trip unforgettable. Visit Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com. The Fish and Hunt Shop, where your next great adventure begins.
I am high enough up in the rafters at Pickford where I can't quite hear for sure what is being said down on the court, but I'm sure Nate Moulton, energy, excitement, intensity all the time, trying to fire his guys up. The message most certainly had to do with effort. 5 minutes to go in the first half. It's 36-12 Pickford. They open on a 9-2 run and have not trailed. Martin, shot blocked. Bennon, tipped, and then deflected. Back to Years. Collins is going to end up with a three. Are you kidding me? Well, even when the Panthers screw up, they score. A wild pass that gets deflected twice. Ends up in Years' hands, and then Collins with the triple. Turnover. Lob to Bennon. Too unselfish. Collins. Years. All alone. Rebound tipped out to Years. And then the skill, the talent, and the effort. Bennon, another triple. I cannot remember the last time I saw a team shoot the ball like this coming out. They brought the old haymaker right out of the gates and landed it on the jaw of the Indians. What kind of fight back does the Tribe have? Teal has hit a couple of threes, both of them immediately answered. Newberry looks a little fatigued trying to keep up with the pace. Martin stripped away. Baseline drive, Yaden. The ball's just flying around the gym. Collins, that might be his fifth steal or sixth steal of the night. Transition, everybody getting a touch. My goodness, Pickford, 44-12. The Indians are not playing their best basketball, but they're not playing their worst either. Pickford This is one of the best performances I've seen in a long time. Teal bumped, hits the shot. Basket is good. And Teal will have a chance for a three-point play. 44-14, 2:57 to go. This is unbelievable. And it's been everybody. It's Collins, especially defensively, but he's hit 3 threes. Bannon in the post and running the floor. Look at Mitchell, 1,000 miles an hour. Lob, Martin saw it from the backside, blocks it out of bounds. Years has hit a triple. Bannon's hit a triple. Mitchell's hit a triple. Wilt Fong, I think, has hit a triple. Open three, no foul in the corner, but the tip is there for the Panthers. Pickford had a fast break pass that should have been a turnover. Tipped twice. Rolls to a guy at the three-point line to score. Collins again. Oh, my goodness. His dad, Mike, the former AD here, is loving it across the way. Mac might be my favorite player or athlete from another school. Just love the way the kid plays the game and everything. Martin loses it out of bounds. Fans love it. Newberry does not love it. 49-14 with 2:04 to go. It was a 24-point outburst early, and they have been just as good, if not better, the Panthers here in the second. Down low. Bannon got too fancy. And Tracy Peterson yells at his guys to go get it. They make a mistake, they're going to run for it. Here's Teal. Runner for Teal. Too hard. Whalen can't catch it. Out of bounds with 1:27 to go before the half. Pickford with the old flex set. Bannon wants to post up Teal. He'll just the mid-range. She's done it all. 51-14. They almost jumped another one. Teal mishandles it. Here's Whalen. I don't know what that is. Middle of the paint, no. Stilson, the push off. Foul on the Indians. And now the Indians showing their frustrations. Baseline, Collins, dish, way up, no. Mitchell goes in with the bigs and gets the rebound. But Yaden with the steal. Newberry has a chance. Martin keeps it until it's way too late. Tipped away, Stilson to Whalen. To Yaden. Newberry looking for something here in the final seconds. Down to 12. Martin looks at the clock. He holds with 7 seconds. Pickford's just got everything covered and blanketed. Teal gets an off-balance shot off. No good. And that is how the first half ends here in Pickford. One of the UP's best, putting on a show. It is 51-14 in favor of the Panthers. Halftime with M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.
Seeing is believing at Black Bear Eye Care in Newberry. Dr. Derek Dake is your friendly professional neighborhood eye doctor. He'll treat you and your family with the quality care you deserve. From eye exams to glasses and contacts, Black Bear Eye Care is your local hometown eye care center. Don't battle blurry vision with Dr. Derek Dake at Black Bear Eye Care. Located inside Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center, contact Black Bear Eye Care today at 906-291-2015.
The do's and don'ts of name, image, and likeness in Michigan, and twin hoopers pass 1,000 points each. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. The MHSAA's Representative Council approved expanded personal branding activities, or name, image, and likeness opportunities for student athletes in Michigan. This makes Michigan the 46th state to allow some form of personal branding for high school athletes. Previously, the MHSAA had allowed student athletes to conduct camps, clinics, and private lessons. Now they can capitalize on their personal brand, as long as it is an individual opportunity for that individual student. Examples include personal appearances, autograph sessions, modeling, advertising, and social media endorsements. But it cannot involve collectives, individuals associated with their school, pay for play, or include the name, logo, mascot, or other trademarks of that school. All personal brand activities must be reported to the MHSAA within 7 days of acceptance. For more details on what is and what is not allowed, and frequently asked questions about PBA or NIL in regards to MHSAA regulations, please visit mhsaa.com/NIL. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the past week. First, Ypsilanti Arbor Prep's Angela Megason scored 50 in a win over Ann Arbor Central, and a school record 53 in a win over Detroit University Prep Art and Design in back-to-back games. Otisville-Lakeville Memorial wrestler Fred Hammond won his 200th career match as the Falcons won the Tamonta Hill Team Tournament title. And to Ashton Richards of Remus Chippewa Hills Bowling, who helped his squad to their first undefeated season in program history as they beat Big Rapids and Tri-County over the weekend. Richards rolled a team-high 233 against Tri-County.
The Michigan Achievement Scholarship is funding every grad, every path. Odds are your high school senior or recent grad will qualify for tuition-free community college, up to $27,500 at a public or private university, or up to $4,000 for a trade school or career training program, no matter their GPA. Wherever your child is headed, there's free money to get them there. Simply fill out the FAFSA to apply. Get started at mi.gov/achievement.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with registered official Paige Winnie.
We're back on the bowling lane today, ready to throw our first ball of the third frame. Strikes were recorded in each of the first two frames, and we're now one strike away from a turkey. We roll a perfect ball that hits the pocket with power and sends all 10 pins flying. What a shot! 3 strikes in a row, so we think. Once the pins settle, we notice that one pin bounced off the sidewall and landed upright back on the lane, like it had never been touched. But we know it was knocked down to begin with. Is this a strike or a 9? Get your spare ball ready. It's a 9. If a pin is still standing after your throw, no matter how, it's still considered a standing pin.
Thanks, Paige. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, please go to the MHSAA website now to register. Bear Lake, located about halfway between Ludington and Traverse City on US 31, has an enrollment of 88. This year, the boys basketball team there now has 2 1,000 career point scorers. That's nearly 2.5% of the high school population there going over that magical mark. And the 2 who did it are twins. Grady and Miles Harless have the Lakers off to a 13-4 start this year. Grady went over 1,000 career points last year during his junior season. Brother Miles joined him this year as he went over 1,000 with a dunk in a game against Musick. The brothers have Bear Lake tied atop the West Michigan D League with Baldwin as they both sport 7-1 conference records. The league title may come down to the last game of the season when Bear Lake travels to Baldwin. A win there may give the Lakers their first conference championship since 2018. After that, district play starts on February 23rd, when the Harless twins will try and lead Bear Lake to the school's first district title since 2008. And for more on the season Bear Lake is having, check out Tom Spencer's article on the Harless twins over at MHSAA.com. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross, and we'll be back next week.
The Michigan State Police is reminding drivers to take a few extra minutes to make sure their vehicles are ready before heading out on the road. Michigan law requires your windshield and back window to be clear of anything that blocks your vision, including snow and ice. Drivers must be able to clearly see the roadway and other vehicles. Windshield wipers and defrosters should also be working properly before you drive. Even though snow on the roof or hood of your vehicle may not block your view, it still must be cleared. Snow left on top of a vehicle can slide or blow off while driving and create a hazard for other motorists. State law says a person may not deposit or cause to be deposited snow, ice, or slush onto any roadway or highway. If large chunks of ice or snow are falling or blowing off your vehicle while you are driving, you could be breaking the law. We know there has been a lot of snowfall lately, but it is important to still take a few extra minutes to clean your car off entirely before hitting the road, said Lieutenant Ben Ecola, Michigan State Police 8th District Public Information Officer. Driving with only a small porthole cleared on your windshield or having large chunks of ice or snow fall off your car while driving is not safe. Drivers who fail to properly clear snow and ice from their vehicles may receive a civil infraction.
Untreated firewood can unknowingly transport harmful insects and plant diseases into new areas, posing a serious threat to forests and urban landscapes. To address that risk, the Michigan Department of Agriculture and Rural Development is proposing a quarantine that would restrict the movement of untreated firewood into Michigan. The proposed exterior firewood quarantine is aimed at preventing the introduction of more than 140 invasive plant pests and diseases that endanger Michigan's trees. State residents are encouraged to share their input on the proposal through a brief online survey available through early February. Under the proposal, all firewood entering Michigan would be required to be heat-treated and certified with clear compliance and enforcement standards in place. The rule would apply to all firewood from all tree species. Several materials would be exempt, including processed lumber, kiln-dried dimensional lumber, logs or wood destined for immediate processing, and wood chips smaller than 1 inch in 2 dimensions. Locally sourced firewood gathered from downed wood and intended solely for personal home use, not for sale, would also be exempt. Firewood that is treated and transported into Michigan would need to be accompanied by a certificate verifying both the treatment and its origin, issued by an authorized state or federal official. The movement of untreated firewood is one of the leading causes of new infestations of invasive forest pests. Unlike nursery stock and other high-risk commodities, firewood is not routinely inspected, making it a significant pathway for pests and diseases to spread. Once established, invasive threats such as the Asian longhorned beetle, oak wilt, beech bark disease, and the spotted lanternfly are difficult and costly to control. These pests can cause long-term economic and environmental damage, impacting both Michigan's forests and its communities.
All right, back here in Pickford as we start the second half of play. It's the Panthers 51 and the Indians 14. And Newberry starts it out with a turnover. Panthers racing down the floor. See what the intensity is like for the Indians. Collins can't miss. Air ball's there, though. Martin, the rebound, knocked away out of bounds. And a foul. Pickford fans don't like it.
They don't need the help. 51-14 drive. Martin layup, no. And then knocks it out of bounds. Panthers will get it back. The should be number one team in the UP, in my opinion, has clicked on all cylinders, and there it is. Another set that they score out of in the half court. They have thrown absolutely everything at the Indians tonight, and most of it has worked to perfection for the Panthers, who lead at 53-14. With a minute gone here in the third. Teal hit a couple of big threes. Bennon, though, strips it away and scores. The Panthers might look to make a statement against the potential number 2 team in the conference. Potential number 1 seed in a district for Newberry. They're going to have work to do. Them and Rudyard, and really Brimley too. You can't count them out. After Pickford in the top spot, it's been pretty even this year in EUP play. Teal, good look, can't get it to go. Collins, push, Gears, lowers the shoulder. Backing it down, tipped away, stolen by Stilson. Lob pass to Teal. He's all alone, poked away. Magnuson puts one up quick and scores. Collins, though, look out. Into the student section. It is running time here in the third. 5:50 to go. Logan Teal brings it up the floor. High screen from Martin. Pickford not fooled. They just kind of hedge and sink. Open three. Stilson got it to go. Indians getting something to fall here as they battle back. Wiltfong hesitates, drives, left-hand tip, shot, no. Martin looks to run, poked away. Martin can't corral it. Ball ends up to the corner. Back to Magnuson. And a travel. Oh, late subs coming for the Panthers. I wondered what the holdup was. High pass off the mark and out of bounds. Tracy Peterson doesn't care what the score is. He wants his guys to play to the best of their abilities here in this second half. They know there's going to be nights, especially in the tournament. They're not going to score 50 points in the first half. Good hustle for the Indians. I'll give Martin credit. He has a lot of critics. Still trying to hustle here tonight. Panthers set up top side. They're just going to look to execute. They really spread the floor here. High screen, Ben in the roll. He does such a good job of using his body. His court awareness is excellent. And he gets the basket plus the foul. 57-21, 3:18 and counting. And he rattles home the free throw. Doesn't stop on his screen, doesn't stop on his roll. Sets his body up to score, and Martin with the travel. Baseline cut.
This set has been money. This time Bennon fakes the screen and clears out. Shot no good, rebounded. High screen, jumper, shot was blocked. Teal comes up with it. Teal runs a man over, offensive foul. The Panthers are doing it all. And Nate Moulton starts hollering at the official. He gets waved back to the bench. Bennon, right wing. Drive, step back. They're even now showing flashes and cuts, making Newberry think about what they're doing, and a baseline turnover off the backboard. Whalen and Tielka back in. It'll be Teal, Martin, Magnuson, Tielka, and Whalen. Mitchell, Collins. Got some new faces. Carter Rye is back in there. First touch and a bucket for Jackson Hayboyer. His first minutes of the night. Rye, Mitchell, Andrzejak, Collins, and Hayboyer for the Panthers. They'll lead at 60-21. In a third quarter that's been mostly running time and another travel. Oliver Navarro going to come in as Nate Moulton dips deeper into his bench. Going to get Martin a breather. Final 35 seconds here in the third. Newberry has looked a little better. They just have not been able to keep pace with the Panthers. Two huge quarters to break this thing open well before halftime. Drive, layup, no. Andrzejak will go to the line. Rims it out, no good. Sinks the second one perfectly. And the timeout. Nope, that's the end of the quarter. Running clock brings us to the end of the third at 61-21. Panthers over the Indians. Them 123 FM and the E.U.P Sports Network.
Discover the unique charm of E.U.P Trading and exclusive moose. Explore an exceptional selection of rustic and log furniture, including sectionals and handcrafted Amish dressers. From comfortable loungers and sofas to coffee tables and Yooper-made lamps, you'll find it at E.U.P Trading and exclusive moose. Looking to update your dining area? Check out their stunning wooden kitchen tables, chairs, and a variety of art pieces perfect for your home or cabin. Visit E.U.P Trading and Exclusive Moose at 223 Newberry Avenue in downtown Newberry.
We are back here in Pickford. The Panthers controlling this one wire to wire. They look to get to 19-0 on the season. And 11-0 in E.U.P Conference play. They've looked like the two-time reigning and defending conference champs tonight. But at 51-14 at the half. We will start with the basketball. Baseline cut. A little hesitation. Nice dish. Now the step through. Shot no good. Hamilton the rebound. Outlet to Teal. Here comes Logan Teal. Oliver Navarro in for the first time tonight for Newberry. Teal's pass hits Hamilton on top of the head right to the Panthers. We are under running time. And a whistle and a foul on Tielka. Jumper off the screen. Drive by Teal. The runner, no. Newberry hasn't had many easy looks tonight. Panthers running the floor. Right down the middle. Stretch the defense. Push it to the corner. Andrzejak stays patient. Ball fake and drive. Now he's going to get a look. Fires the three. It's short. Rebound. Put back. No good. And a bear hug. And Tracy Peterson is livid with the official calling a foul. They're up by 42. Navarro triple. Oliver Navarro buries one for the Indians. (63-24). 5:40 to play. Newberry will next be in action Friday night. They get Cedarville Detour at home. Could be the unofficial second place game in the E.U.P. Conference. Navarro got lost underneath, knocked away. Everybody fighting for it. Great effort both ways. Despite the score, this game is going to be played like it's 0-0 for the final 5 minutes. Years and Tielka are just battling at it. Tielka shakes his head as Years gets the better of him there. Hamilton driving, spin, cut off. Back to Tielka. Phillip will look. Now tries the lob. Hamilton got it to go. And a whistle. And Tracy Peterson is still on the officials. And he's going to call a timeout here. Panthers with 4:35 to go. Lead at 65-26.
Appliances break, but you don't have to face that hassle alone. At Newberry Appliance Sales and Service, we don't just celebrate appliances, we fix them too. Our expert service tech covers most brands, even if you didn't buy from us. And yes, we honor old warranties, handle past service work, and we'll make sure you're not left in the cold. Whether it's a fridge on the fritz, a washer that won't spin, or a stove that won't heat, call Newberry Appliance Sales and Service at 906-293-5656. Local, family-owned, and reliable.
Out of the timeout, Panthers with the basketball. Half court right below us here on the balcony. 65-26. Some new players again checking in with the basketball. 15 is Sean Tobias up from the JVs. Shot short, no good. Ben Lehigh is in there. He'll bump Stilson and foul him on the shot. No other changes yet for the Panthers. They'll keep Jackson Hayboyer. They will keep Jacob Mitchell, and they will keep Mason Andrzejak. Indians going with Navarro and Magnuson. Stilson, who makes the free throw. Hamilton and Teal, and now it's going to be Noah Gishard as we run the clock under 4 minutes to go. Both teams emptying the benches. And a 65-27 ball game. Stilson hits them both. I believe he's got 5 tonight. Here's Andrzejak. Drive, step back, hesitation, still some foul. And he is upset with Rod Priscorn. Shakes and Rod does a U-turn, comes back, lets Stilson have it. Pickford JV is now getting their 1 quarter of varsity. Liam McDonald in there. Bounce pass. They stuck somebody else in there late. 31. Who's not on here. Not listed on either roster. I know who that is, though, by looking at it from the JV game. Hendrik Michalski. Barber into the ball game as well. So it's a JV group for Pickford to finish this one out, and Stilson launches a shot that sums up Newberry's night. Trapped on the knee, and it's going to be a carry. Tracy Peterson frustrated. Hand off Navarro. Tried to swing it, knocked away. Him and Stilson are trapped in the corner. Out to Hamilton. Stilson, or Navarro rather, shot up no good. Out of bounds with 1:13 to go. Pickford will keep their winning ways going. Hamilton, travel, yep. Turned around, and I think he expected a man to be there. Panthers with 41 seconds. Lob it to the big fella inside. Bank shot, no. Stilson the rebound. Sandman will run the floor to the corner. Juggled by Gishard. Newberry spreads the floor. They got Magnuson in the post. Navarro tripped up, just flips it to Magnuson. I think Newberry's ready to call it a night. Hamilton, loose ball. Outside, Navarro. They're just shooting at everything. Rebound, Barber, and a foul, and that's probably going to end the ball game. The Panthers started celebrating. There's the inbound. Newberry was ready to walk it off, and that will do it. Here in Pickford, final score, the Panthers 65, the Indians 28. We'll step aside. Your Helen Newberry Joy.
Recent studies credit massage therapy with easing chronic pain, symptoms of fibromyalgia, and stress and muscle tension. It's just part of why Helen Newberry Joy's massage therapist Polly Holmes loves her work.
I just feel so happy that I could help. And people that really think they're stuck with this pain the rest of their life, and then they get some relief from it, really makes it all worth it to improve someone's health and well-being and ease their pain.
Polly says a regular regimen of massage therapy can make a huge difference.
The massage needs to be applied monthly to really work. More often the better, especially in the beginning. You have probably a lot of things to work out, and you just need to give it a little extra in the beginning, I would say, and then you can back off and just come in once a month for a while. The sooner you start, the better.
Call 293-9231 to schedule with Holly in the Rehabilitation Services Department or book online at vagaro.com. Helen Newberry Joy. Your health, our passion.
Back here in Pickford, where the Panthers improved to 19-0 on the season, 11-0 in E.U.P Conference play. They're about to come out and take pictures with their E.U.P Conference Championship trophy as they are now the two-time consecutive EUP Conference champions, and they looked like it tonight. Raced out to a big lead early, 9-2 in the first couple of minutes. They never slowed down, and they never looked back, and by the time it was over, it was 65-28, 51-14 at the half, and it was a running time for most of the second half of play. And it was a balanced, strong, all-around attack for the Panthers. Newberry put up a fight. They showed flashes, but they just could not keep pace with a powerhouse Pickford team here tonight. So that's going to do it from Pickford, where the Panthers win it 65-28. Have a great night. It's M123 FM and the EUP Sports Network.
Introducing Upstream TV. From the Sioux to St. Ignace, over to Newberry, and all points in between. Upstream TV connects people across the eastern Upper Peninsula like never before. Local news, local people, local places. Streaming 24/7 on your phone or your TV. Stay in the know wherever you go. Upstream TV, where local lives. Find us on YouTube or myupstreamtv.com.